Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching. Welcome to Swahili Sunday. It is the last Sunday before I'm heading to Kenya. If you're listening after the fact, so thank you so much for watching. If you are not following the Baskets and Beads page, go over. If you're not listening on Baskets and Beads page, go over to that and give it a hit the like or follow, whatever it is, button there. And also, if you're on Instagram, follow Baskets and Beads Kenya. We're very close to going over the 2,000 mark, and there's some things I'd like to do that require you to have 2,000 followers. So if you could help with that, that would be great. So here we are, and I'm not sure if Layla's going to join today. She might be joining from Kenya, but this is the last time that for a few weeks anyway, that I will be doing it from here. From next Swahili Sunday will be in Kenya. And I'm so excited. I'm getting prepped for the trip. I'm here in my home studio, and if you looked behind me, if I were to take this down, my house looks like a disaster. It looks like there's stuff everywhere. I'm packing all the things I got. Saturday, I went downtown Los Angeles. Not Saturday, excuse me, Friday, I went downtown Los Angeles to get the underwear, and I've packed all of that into a bag. It took about a whole bag to fit it. I got a couple other things in there, but not much else. And then yesterday I was running around doing some last minute picking up. I have a couple things left to get, and then I have to finish packing, but it's all over the floor behind this nicely hidden screen. And thankfully I have a plan because my back is still actually today, thankfully, my back feels pretty good. I've been going to physical therapy for I've had four sessions, 4 or 5 sessions, and I can feel a difference. This morning, I woke up able to get up with no pain, which was the first time in, I don't know, 6-8 weeks or something like that. And I've actually got some exercises to do that I can even do on the plane. And I've ordered one of those bands because there's some exercises with that just to strengthen the whole area to give support to my back. And also, I've been really strict with my diet, and I've cut out just about all sugar. There's some things that you get that you just can't help, but I really look on packaging of things that I buy and make sure that for the majority of it, if not all of it, says 0 grams of added sugar. I haven't been eating any rice, any potatoes. I love potatoes. I'm saving that for Kenya. And no French fries, no fried foods, which I was normally doing, but I got lazy. And it's interesting when you get lazy and you get off track of what you're supposed to be doing, that your body's like, no. So I know some of this inflammation is caused by that. And then some of it is just from not being strong enough. And then I have some little node in my spine that's causing the irritation. So I've been getting chiropractic care. I've been really watching my diet, drinking a lot of water. And I've been, which I usually do, but again, I would think I wasn't keeping up with that either. And then doing the exercises and the physical therapy. And all of that is helping, and I'm grateful. But I do have a plan because going to have 3 really big bags, and then I'll have my carry-on bag. So my plan is somebody is going to put these bags in my car, and it's not going to be me. And then when I go to the airport, my son is going to help me get them into the airport and get them on the conveyor. And then when I get on the plane, I'm going to ask for exactly what I want, which is help with putting the carry-on overhead in the overhead compartment, because I'm not going to lift it and do it myself. I'm being very, very cognizant of that. Not lifting things. I had to get things out of the bags and things out of my car, but I kind of rolled them into a wheelie cart, and then my neighbor actually got them in the house for me, and then I've just take them out one by one instead of picking up the whole thing. So I'm being very careful because I don't need to be limping around. I was able to take a long walk yesterday, which was great. So I'm really great. I'm excited about that. And I felt it was like, maybe I took a little too long of a walk, but I'm on the mend, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful. And I'm excited. So Wednesday, I'm going to be, hey, Brother Ray, what's shaking? I'm going to be boarding the plane, and I'm thankful and grateful for all your prayers, not only for the upcoming trip, but for my health, for the health of Layla and the ladies in Kenya. We are all prepping for the trip. We're excited about what's going to happen. And really, we don't know everything that's going to happen. It's all according to God's plan. And I think you all know I shifted the focus of what we were doing for the fundraising and for what we were actually going to do there. We felt like we were getting a little bit ahead of what God's plan really was. And our focus is going to be on spending time really connecting with the ladies and having some fellowship time together. Obviously, we're going to get photos of them making products. Some of the products that, because I have photos and videos of them making paper beads, and I have some photos of them making these baskets, how they make these, and I think I have a video, one or two videos of how they make these baskets. It's really complex, and for them to look like this, having been made by hand, it's really incredible because they don't use a form or anything. It's all done by hand. But we don't have, for instance, we don't have a video of how this one is made. I've seen the wrapping of this, but I've not seen how they do this. And you probably can't see it too well, but it's a back and forth kind of woven type of design. And then all of our other seed bead necklaces, we do have pictures and video of them making all the like the pillows and the aprons and the dog bandanas. We're going to be making dresses and skirts this time. We have a lot of video and photos of those, but we don't have of like the Dorcas necklace, the Rael necklace, all the different, the Mary, all the different necklaces that we have. We don't have, and then actually how this, I think I have a video of how the wrap bracelet is made, but I don't have one of this. So it's good for people to know exactly how the products are made. So that's part of what we're going to be doing there. But we are going to spend time actually connecting. I've talked about this in Think Like a Negotiator, for connection, build trust. And actually what's interesting that I was talking to a friend yesterday about it. I shared, I think, a few Swahili Sundays ago about this at a speaking engagement, and I ran a game that I've ran for maybe, I don't know, 10 years, maybe. I've run this game. I run it to audiences as small as 12 to 15 and as large as, I think the largest audience done this game for probably about 300 people running around doing this game is a great sight. And all the time before COVID ran the game, there may have been one or two people that didn't participate. Some thought it was stupid. Some may have thought it was they were afraid, or whatever paradigm came up for them. And all the time I've done, there's never been a time where I'd say 90% of the room did not participate. Well, this other event that I did weeks ago, 100 people. Prior, I went back and thought about it after, which something I talked about on to always do what worked, what didn't work, what could be improved next time, and anything new. So after action review this trip before I pack. I after action review event. We sit down and talk about, we use my trainings. What do we need to think about for the next day? And at the event, we did this thing where we would go, what worked, what didn't work. We'd actually break everything down, go have dinner, and do an outbrief right away. It's really important you do those after action reviews, that you do it immediately. So I did that after my speaking engagement, because when I ran the game, 95% of the people, I think there were, out of 100 people, maybe 5 people got up and moved around the room. Five or 6 people. It was less than 10. And I kept walking around the room, encouraging people to get up. And I thought, okay, I know I was in pain when I was doing the event. And I thought, well, maybe my energy's off. Maybe something's wrong. What's going on? And I I was thinking about it and thinking about it. And then I saw somebody post something about things that have happened since COVID. And what I realized was this is probably many of their first events after COVID, after the lockdowns. And they were afraid to get up and move around and connect. They not because maybe they were afraid, period, but because we're so used to being on a screen. And it seemed like when I thought about it, they were comfortable, like, okay, I'm at this table of 5 people and I'm okay talking to these 5 people here, or 10 or 8 people. I think it was a round of 8 or 10 people. I'm okay doing this here, but I'm not going to get up and move around and talk to anybody. That's way too much to ask. And that's what I think it was. It was because I have never in my whole time running this game had a situation like that where people did not get up and move around. And it's interesting to note that. So connection builds trust. You need the time to connect. And it's hard to connect this way. I mean, you can connect with me a little bit this way, but if you are in person with me and see me and connect with me, and you can sense my energy or whatever you want to call it, just who I am by being in my presence, that's a whole lot different than seeing somebody on a screen and on a camera. So that's the important thing that we're going to do with the ladies in Kenya. We're going to, instead of just, a lot of times we have our meetings and we have parties and we celebrate, we're going to take some time to communicate with each other, to actually share. We're going to have some fun. We're going to actually go to Mount Elgon National Park. We're staying up there because we're going to Mount Elgon and having a women's conference up there and meeting with the ladies who are doing the farm. But we're taking the ladies from Kipsango up, bringing all those women together, and we're going to have a time to connect. And that doesn't mean, oh, okay, we're just going to have a little hour and then go home. No, we're going to spend a whole day, night, and the next day together prior to the women's conference, and then come together for the women's conference. So I'm really looking forward to spending time with them. Another thing I'm looking forward to is I think Layla and I are calling it Eastleigh Day. Eastleigh is where the fabrics are in Nairobi, and we are going to go have some fun because, like I said, we're making dresses and skirts, and we need to go pick the fabric for that. Plus, I need to get some more fabric for some aprons because the aprons are selling out. I've sold quite a few of the second round of aprons that I got, and some of them are completely sold out. Some of them are almost sold out. And then I have a few left of a couple others. So I need to replenish that stock as well. So we'll be doing some aprons. We'll be doing some dresses and skirts. Those are new things that are coming. And I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good time. And so I'll be getting on the plane, and you'll see I'm going to be posting on the way. And Vanessa will be doing B&B Live on Thursday, and she'll have some pictures to share of my first part of the travel, because I'll be on the plane the 24th, the night of the 24th, arriving in London the morning or afternoon of the 25th, afternoon of the 25th, and I'll have a little bit of time there to go freshen up and then jump on the plane and head to Nairobi. So I'll send her some photos and videos that she'll share with you about my trip. And then we will be doing Swahili Sunday next week from Kenya. So I'm excited about that. I appreciate all the people who have donated so far. We can still use some donations because the expenses of getting the ladies around and some of the things we're doing with the kids. We're going to go visit all the kids, all of our sponsored kids, all 7 of them. We're going to go visit them at their schools. And one, Aloys, is very excited about, and I think all the kids are, but Aloys has wanted me to come to his school ever since he started into high school. So he's in Form 2, which is sophomore year of high school. So the fundraiser's still up. It'll be still up the entire time. And I'll leave it up even after, because any funds that'll go to this fundraiser will go to help with our mission in Kenya. So if you'd like to donate, givesendgo.com/mission Kenya. It is tax deductible. We have a nonprofit here and an NGO in Kenya. Our NGO is formed. There's some other things that we need to do. I think I need to sign some forms. We're just waiting till I get there because it's pretty expensive to send a simple document. I had to send, and they have to have actual ink signature on the paper. They won't take a a fax or email or scanned copy or whatever. It has to be an actual signature. So if you're inclined to donate, givesendgo.com/Mission Kenya. Every penny will be used to support this mission, to help the kids, to help the women, to get us around on the things that we're doing there in Kenya, and to pay for some of the expenses while we are there, like our food, our transportation, any school supplies the kids need, any more school supplies. We just paid school fees for the second term. School fees for the third term will be coming up, so could use help with any of that. If you'd like to sponsor a kid, you can reach out to me and I can give you the cost for that particular kid. And, there are other organizations that do that. We're not kind of set up like that, but can make sure that the funds that you send, because you can select that it goes to education. And if you want to pick one of the kids to sponsor and find out about him or her, and even have communication back and forth with them, we can arrange that so they know that you're there sponsoring them and helping them go through school. And like I've said, our ultimate goal is to make sure that the women earn enough income so they can actually put their kids in school. That's the ultimate goal with what we're doing in Kenya, is to get the products to sell and to be able to get more wholesale orders, get more retail. And we're working hard on that, and just praying for good outcome and result. So I appreciate everybody's support. I appreciate you following along on the journey. If you're not on the email list, would love for you to be on. Send an email out once a week that announces events. When I get back, we're going to be doing the painting, sipping tea and painting trees. We'll schedule that event, and we'll do some paper bead rolling events, and I'll probably do a few pop-ups, but I'm limiting those because of issues with my back and the fact that I can't really lift the stuff myself anymore. I unfortunately have to realize that I don't have my cape on. I'm not Superwoman, and I can't, my body just can't take it. So I have to be very careful with how many I do. And if I can't get help, I just can't do it. So, if you're inclined to help with that, I would love your help and support. That's one thing that we definitely need some help with. And then, consider becoming a member or partner or whatever you want to call it, where you're supporting the mission every month. We have several people that do monthly donations. And because it's a small nonprofit and I work a corporate job, none of it really goes to any expenses, which I hope to get to where it can cover expenses one day. So would appreciate any support there. But for the near term, givesendgo.com/Mission Kenya is where you can go to actually donate for this trip. Okay, I wanted to keep this kind of short today. I'm getting ready to go. I have a couple things to do. Indigo came over a minute ago and was poking at me. I'm like, really, you're going to do this? It was like 30 seconds before the live. I'm like, I can't help you right now. You just got to go wait. So just grateful for all your support. Grateful for if you're the praying type, I would appreciate your prayers for successful journey on this trip. We are counting down. So it is, I am leaving Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. out of LAX is when I start the trip. I have a lot of logistics still to cover, but I think I have everything dialed in. Just need to pick up a couple more things, actually have to pack my personal bag. Most of the stuff for the ladies and then I'm taking is packed. I'm hoping it doesn't weigh over 70 pounds because that's an issue. And coming back, I know I'll have a couple extra bags, which that happens. And it's honestly better to bring them back on the airplane and pay $200 a bag than it is to pay $600 a box to ship it. So I'll bring back as much as I can in the bags that I have. And yeah. So anyway, thank you so much for your support. GiveSendGo.com Mission Kenya if you want to support the fundraiser and just follow along the trip. And I will see you next time I come on. It will be from Kenya. So I will see you soon. Nakupenda.